Good morning. Happy Friday to you. This short week is now coming to a rapid end. We are almost entering into our weekend. I pray that you are having an amazing start to your day. This is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated, known as your procrastination strategist, behavior change expert, where I help you to build unshakable confidence, stop procrastinating, and to get your dreams out of your head into your life. Yes, good morning, Angela. Thank you so much for joining. God bless you. I pray that we have an open mind today, that we are ready to rock and we're ready to roll. We're ready to get some things done. And you see what my question is. I love to ask questions. I love asking questions. We're not going to be on here this morning. I am not going to be on here this morning long. I am scheduled to do early morning speaking for a youth conference in Pakistan. So super excited about that. Good morning, Toya. Thank you so much for joining. Scheduled to do a little speaking this morning for a youth conference in Pakistan via Zoom. So I see you have been putting your hand in that good smelling stuff. Girl, bye. I ain't been messing with that stuff. That stuff messes me up. I took it out of my cup holder so it wouldn't even look tempting to be bothering it, because you already know I see it. I'm touching it. I'm like, let me see. Knowing what it's going to do. So I know, ma'am, I have been leaving it alone. So I'm super excited. You see what the title of this live feed is. Pushing past the challenges. We have to endure. We have to persevere. We have to be determined. We have to have a desire to push past the challenge. How many of you know when you say you're going to do something, all hell break through in your life? Can you raise your hand? Can you raise your hand? Do you think that the enemy is just gonna lay down and allow you to be great? No. When you say you're gonna do something, this gonna happen, that is gonna happen. But you know what? We can't even dwell on the things that happen. We gotta dwell in the place that we wanna go. We talked about that yesterday. Don't dwell where you don't wanna stay. Don't deal with what you don't wanna deal with. And see, a lot of us, we think that we don't have a choice. We think whatever people say and whatever people do, we got to do it. And no, boo, we can do this. We can release ourselves from people that are not going where we going. We can release ourselves from people that are not with what we with. Not to say that everybody got to be what we with and like what we like. But if it said if 2 or 3 gather in my name, that he'll be in the midst. He can't be in the midst where you're not gathering one in his name and you're going in opposite direction. I'm over here and you over there. We said, well, we gather together. And then it says also, how could 2 walk together unless they agree? And see, we think that that's just with when we said that that's just for bad stuff. How could you be with them and you don't believe in what they believe? I'll be like, please let me be great. Like he's gonna politely stop. Yes. You look at, a lot of times when we use that scripture, when we said that, how could 2 walk together unless they agree? Good morning, evangelist. A lot of times we talk about that when it's a sin or when it's a crime. But how could 2 be married? How could 2 be married and you don't agree? You don't even want the same thing. You got one that want kids. You got one don't want kids. You got one that's ready to settle down. You got one that's still ready to drop it like it's hot. You're going to have to be in agreement. Good morning, Apostle Cannon. Thank you so much for joining. You're going to have to be in agreement with the person that you're agreeing to be with for the rest of your life. Not till you get tired of looking at them or till you get tired of them talking until problems come. Because they going to come. You got to know whenever you sought out to do something good, that there is an equal opposite. Some crazy stuff is going to come. And I'm so amazed how many people set out to do something and they quit before they get started because they said, well, I wasn't going through all this before I started doing this, because you wasn't doing nothing. The enemy don't fight his own. You cannot be in a head-on collision traveling in the same direction. You hear me? Confirmation, yes. You cannot be in a head-on collision traveling in the same direction. The enemy ain't gonna mess with you. And I know you say, well, I ain't with the enemy. You gotta know sometimes your thoughts are not pure. Sometimes your words are not pure. Sometimes your heart is not pure. So it doesn't matter about what you look like and try to be like if you are not lining up with the word. Good morning, Jessica. Thank you so much for joining. So it says, how could we walk together if we don't agree? How could we be in relationship if we don't agree? Not to say that we gotta like everything about a person, but you gotta like something. Some of y'all are in relationship, you don't like the way they look. That ain't even the kind of person you had dreamed up. That's just the person you landed with, and you're miserable. You talk about him with your girlfriends. You talk about her to your homeboys. How are you in a relationship where you tearing a person down instead of building them up? If it's some things about them that you don't like, you help them. And that's where we miss it, and that's where we fall short. Even in the world, when you're not in a romantic relationship, we tear people down with our mouth instead of building them up with the skills that we have. And a lot of us, we are guilty. We'll talk about a person, how they do stuff or what they can't do because we can do it. And that's the one thing God blessed us with to do, so you can help other people. Y'all not gonna help me today. Stop it, I say. Stop it. You got to look at this thing. You got to know that you got an opportunity to help somebody where they need your help, and you talking about them. I remember. Good morning, Dee. Thank you so much for joining. And I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but I remember where Bishop T.D. Jakes, he said that he had a problem with a pastor. And God told him one day, you the problem. It ain't him. You the problem. You is the problem. The one thing that I allow you to be great at, and I'm paraphrasing it, the one thing I allow you to be great at, the one thing I allow you to be great at to help somebody, now you want to look down on a person because they can't do it. How many of us are guilty of that? Looking down on people that can't do what we can do. There's some stuff that other people can do that we can't do. There's some stuff that we cannot do even if we wanted to. Some of us want to do this, some want to do that, and we can't hit it, and we can't hit it with a lick and a snake. We can't do nothing. We can't do that. But we're great at something else. You know why? Because we weren't meant to do everything. Lord, forgive me, Jesus, for anything I may have done or said that wasn't in line. You can't be in a head-on collision traveling in the same direction. You just can't do it. Good morning, Felita. Thank you so much for joining. You cannot do it. So I want you to know that you got to press past the complication. You got to press past. You got to press past the thing that is trying to stop you, because it's going to come. There's going to be some blockage. And what you going to do? Just say, I quit. I didn't want it as bad as I thought I wanted. I didn't think I had to put this much time in. Do you know whatever's worth having, it is not going to come easy. The stuff that you want the most, it don't come easy. You got to fight for it. You got to grind for it. You got to want it day and night. You got to get up wanting it. All through the day wanting it. In the middle of the night, you got to want it. Good morning, Carolyn. Thank you so much for joining. The things that you want is not going to come easy. But I'm telling you, when you put in the work, when you put in the effort, it will be so worth having it. And how many of you know that we value things more and better when we work for it? You can tell from your children that they have this sense of entitlement when they don't work for it, and you just giving it to them, and they think that you are ATM and you a cash machine, and that you got money that's dropping all up out of every hole up on your body. When They don't appreciate it. They don't keep up with what you buy. They don't try to take care of what you give them and all these different sorts of types of things. But for you to have grown children, how many times have you noticed that they take care of what they buy different than they did the stuff that you buy? Now all of a sudden they understand. They understand now because they said they work hard for their money like you was getting yours for free. Oh, come on now, somebody. I used to tell my girls when they want to buy something, if I tell them, no, you pay for it. Now, that's too high for my money. And now, if they didn't have that attitude, I'd pay for it. But if you thought it was too much for your money, I thought it was too much for mine. You got to stop allowing, these things to happen because we feel like, oh, that's my baby. No, your baby know how to manipulate you. I told you earlier this week, my grandbaby, she is 3. She said, oh, I'm just so sad right now. I am just so sad. No, she said, I'm bored. I am so bored. I am just so bored right now. Oh, I'm sad. She said, I really need a bike and some cake. The next morning, her daddy went and bought her a bike. You couldn't have saw her face and not bought her a bike because guess what? Her grandmama was going to buy her a bike. But the next time I saw her on FaceTime, she was riding that bike. She knew how to get what she wanted. She knew what to do and what to say. She knew even how to look. She said, I said, you don't have a bike, Aubrey? No, I have a scooter, but I don't have a bike. She's 3. But she got that bike the next day. She was riding it. I said she was riding that bike in her dreams because you wouldn't have thought that was her first time on a bike. I mean, she was turning curves and she was riding faster than her daddy can keep up with her walking. She was on it. And she kept telling herself, pedal, 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 pedal. But when I listened at her when we was on FaceTime, I'm thinking, you got a 3-year-old just, she is pressing herself to pedal. How many of you have stopped pedaling on your bike, on your path, in your purpose? Pedal. You got to pedal. And all she was telling herself is keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, Aubrey, keep going, keep going. I want to tell you this morning, keep going, pedal. Keep going. You got more in you than you are putting out. Keep going. You gotta push past the pressure. You gotta push past the pain. You gotta push past the fear. I just want to encourage you this morning to keep going. Keep going. Just like my grandbaby, she was telling herself at the age of 3, the first day she got her bike, she said, pedal, pedal, pedal. So I'm going to tell you to push, push, push. Keep going. Good morning, Pastor PM. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to encourage you to keep pushing past the pain. Keep pushing past the pressure. Pedal. You got to keep going. When they tell you you can't do it, keep going. When it looks like it's going to be harder than you expected, keep going. When you think you're not going to make it to the top of the hill, keep going. You just got to keep on putting pressure on yourself to say, I got to get up here. I got to get this done. I got to accomplish this. I got to be a part of that. I got to do this. I got to make this impact. I got to make this change. I got to make this difference. I got to build this legacy. You got to keep pedaling. Do not allow the pressures of the world to stop you from doing what God has created you to do, because you know it's not going to come easy. But when you look back over your life and say, I accomplished the things that I sought out to do. I planned them. I dreamed them. I said them. I believed them. I wanted them. And guess what? I did it. I did it. Y'all got to go. I'm on to speak in Pakistan here in a few minutes. Look, I got to go. But you got to keep in your mind that I must keep going. I must keep going. It doesn't matter who don't go with you. It doesn't matter who doesn't believe in you. It doesn't matter whether they think that it's good enough for them. That's okay, because there are people that need what you got just the way it is. There are people that need what you have just the way it is. So I encourage you to press past the pressure, because in the end, you will be so glad that you did. You will be so glad that you did. So out of the mouth of babes, keep pedaling. Pedal, pedal, pedal. I press, I push, I encourage you to keep going. Look, this is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated, known as your procrastination strategist, behavior change expert, where I help you to build unshakable confidence, stop procrastinating, and to get your dreams out of your head into your life. You must keep going. Hope you have a great day.